It's a real nice day. Supposed to get another storm Tuesday, Wednesday. We've had a lot of snow in the last 2 or 3 weeks. March, going out like a lion. Had a lot of snow. I've done some videotaping, but I didn't post anything. I haven't posted a video in I don't know how long anymore. Week or more, I don't know. Just didn't feel like it. And it's not because nothing's going on, but I can tell you right now, I contemplated just not doing this anymore because not videotaping farming. You know, we have run into many things and issues, and Mary Ellen works really hard, but supporting the farm and the house and everything and all the bills just wasn't happening. So I said, well, we got to stop because we have so much money going out just getting this farm going, and there's so much money, and we depleted everything just get to this point. And here it is, March something, late March, and I said, well, maybe I should go back trucking. But you know, the thought of trucking again was very, very depressing. I know that there's a lot of truck drivers out there that love it, and I did love it too. I did it for a lot of years, 42 years of trucking. But man, I do not want to do that again. There's too many idiots out there driving nowadays. I knew back when I quit, there was a lot of idiots out there, and that was why I wanted to get out. It's just too many bad drivers, not just cars, but truck drivers. Very bad. I don't want to do that anymore. But I would have done it, and it was very close. I had actually looked into some driving jobs again, and I had just made me cry. Like, no. But anyway, we've had meetings, and it just came down to the point where we'll starve for the next few months and just keep going somehow. That's what we're gonna do. So, you know, yeah, we spent money on things that we shouldn't have, I guess, but it was going along pretty good until just recently. A lot of things I'm not going to get into happened, and you know, where the money had to go, and so it was pretty bad. But we have decided to stick it out. We have a great man in Mark. He's our investor, and though he doesn't want to pay our bills, you know, he's buying equipment. He's buying tons of equipment so we can do this farm. And he does not want to see it fail either. So we have potato equipment coming, and now we've decided to go into the hay business. You know, you think, if you're really starving, why are you doing all this? Well, because it's how you make money on a farm. If you don't spend money to get equipment to make money, you're just spinning your wheels. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not. You're just you know, fooling yourself. So you have to have equipment to make money. And of course, our hay equipment is from Myanmar. It's all mini equipment. It's made for my tractors, not just the GC 1720, but the 750. I can actually get into, I think, a 1700 series Massey and still be category 1 hitch. That's what you want. You don't get into 2s, and now all of a sudden you have to change everything. So I want to stay with category 1. They're a compact tractor. It's not subcompact, but you think, okay, well, the GC has the horsepower. but it does not have the clearance to do hay. And that's what Yanmar even told me. They said, well, this is a great tractor, but it's not tall enough to do the hay. Well, my neighbor Mike, he's a good fabricator, and we have talked, and we're going to make the GC work in hay. Well, it might not be doing the baling, but it still has to do, you know, we have a disc mower coming and rake, and what the problem is that hay can get shoved up under the tractor because it's only a 6-inch span. So we looked at it and we had come up with a plan, and it's going to work pretty well. I tell you about it, I don't know, you know, I get into these things. I think I'm just going to wait. Well, I don't know. But it involves using, the front's going to be, there's going to be a plate. It's like a toboggan, but there'll be, I think he told me the thickness of the steel he's going to use, but it'll be bolted to the bracket that holds the bumper. It'll come down to the front axle, and it's going to start pushing whatever's in front of it down a little bit. It's a little taller than the back, so it's going to start pushing it down. And then for the back axle, and then you got to remember on this tractor, the GCs, if you want to look it up, you have there's a fan up in there, and believe me, you want to protect that fan because it's plastic. And I've had people tell me that they've had a stick or something go up in there and it breaks that fan, and if you don't know you did that, well, guess what? You're not cooling your tranny, so that has to be cooled. With that fan, it has to be on. So what we're doing is going to use the arms for the belly mower. They're there always. You can take them off, but they're, you know, of course they go up and down with your lever that the same lever that you use your 3-point hitch with. Well, and again, I've watched where there are people who have just said, hey, I don't want those arms to come down when I'm using, I just don't, they're stupid, they're just in the way. And they just used an S-hook. They hooked it right to the frame of the tractor, which is actually the frame for the front end loader, and they don't go down, you know, they just stay up even when you're lowering it, because there's no down pressure, you know, for either the 3-point or the mower deck. There's no down pressure, only lift. So he's going to use those two brackets and make a pan that comes all the way from the drawbar, and that'll be bolted onto the drawbar back there. It'll come all the way up to those arms and come up like, again, like just like the front, like a toboggan, and they will be hooked with 2 pins on those arms that are staying up now, and it'll go all the way back to the hitch and be bolted with 1 bolt, so that when you're going into thick stuff, you know, it just actually, again, the front axle is pushing some of it down, and it gets there that you have to have it go up like a toboggan, again, something like that. And so the hay is just going to get pushed down under there and squeezed under the tractor. And I'm not doing 9-foot rows, it's just 5 foot, so that hay, you know, was not that much. It'll just push down. And I've had somebody say, well, what about, you know, that plate being under there and you get up on dirt and won't hold the tractor up? Well, duh, you know, wouldn't the axle, if you're on that dirt, do the same thing? This thing will actually protect the whole axle. It'll protect the filter, the fan. It'll help push the hay down, and if I want to bale hay with it, I can use that tractor. And I'm going to use it for raking and you know, with a disc mower. I can use either or tractor then, and I don't have to cut the shaft. What the meaning by the shaft is the PTO shaft, because I have the quick attach now, extended it out as far as the John Deere's 3-point hitch, so I don't have to make it shorter. I can use either or I can use either tractor on it, and I don't have to cut that PTO shaft because it extended it out Actually, probably about 5, maybe 6 inches. Is exact about the same width, the length from the where the John Deere is. So it's longer, which really helps a lot with that quick attach. I've actually thanked myself for getting that. I'm thinking, wow, this will work for a lot of things. Not only that blade that I got that for, but now extending these the shafts. I don't have to cut them because with a subcompact tractor, you're very close to the tractor, and so your shaft can't be so long. But with that quick attach, you can have it longer, and then you can use either tractor. Because if you cut the shaft, then guess what? You can't use it on the John Deere because when you go to hook your shaft up to the tractor, it'll just come apart because you cut it. And so now I don't have to do that, which is great. I did it with the, what do you call it? The rototiller. So I'm going to have to buy a new shaft for that because I need it to be longer now. But that's okay, you know, I'll get the shaft. So the tractor, the GC, is becoming more and more versatile every time I think about it. It's becoming, you know, that tractor. It's going to become very where I can't get rid of it because it's just becoming so versatile with all the things that I can do with that tractor. We're also making on the bucket, on the front, we're going to, just like you would those forks that you can, you know, put a fork on one and you just kind of tighten them down and they become pallet forks. Well, Mike's going to make a bar that goes right across the front of the bucket, and it's going to have 3 big extended bars, you know, just like you would for your big bales, but they're going to probably be about 1.5 feet maybe, because that's all you need. And they're going to be, this is about 28 inches, 28. So it'll be a little wider than the bucket, and it's going to have 3 of those prongs on it. And I can pick up 3 bales, and then when I'm out in the field with it, I'll have 3 that I can just pick up with the bucket itself on the front. Because these are, I can make these bales 35 to 60 pounds. I'm probably going to do 40 pounders. But then you can just drive along, and since they're round, you can pyramid them on, so I can pick up six bales on the bucket, and then he's going to do the same for the quick attach, make 2 prongs on it. And then I can, you know, hook up to 2 bales just by backing into them, and then I can put another 3rd bale on in like a pyramid again on the back, so I'm carrying 6, 7, 8, 9 bales back. And then I could probably throw a couple in the bucket, so 11 bales as when I'm coming out of the field, so I have 11 bales on that little GC. This tractor is becoming very, very versatile. All the things that I do, I mean, not everybody does these things with these tractors, I know it, but for me, it's going to do it, it has to do the job. I bought the tractor, and I'm going to make it so it works just like a big farm tractor, except in a small scale. It does pick up hay, you can bale hay, rake hay, cut hay. Along with the John Deere, you know, the John Deere is a smaller in engine size a little bit, but it's not, it's a bigger size tractor. So it can do that, but it doesn't have a bucket. I don't have a bucket loader for the John Deere, and I doubt I'll ever get one for that tractor. So the Massey can do most anything. I can, you know, he's also buying a manure spreader, you know, a small pull behind one that's ground driven. So all these things are coming now. We'll have the manure spreader here soon. The hay equipment is coming next month, so are the potato planter and picker. But the picker is, I won't be using that. The potato harvester, I won't be using that obviously till October. But as soon as I can plant potatoes, I'll be using the potato planter. So that'll be out there in the field. And then end of May, early June, I'll be cutting hay. And there's going to be a lot of hay to cut. So I'm going to do that early. In fact, I'll probably cut May, and some of it I'll be cutting in May. And so just to get it in. And so we're very excited. it's just going to be a couple of months that are going to be very tough for me and Mary, as far as living expenses go, and the farm is just eating it up. But just so you know, I'm not done. I've been very, yeah, you can say I was very down and out, and I just didn't feel like talking about it and filming it and that kind of thing. I just didn't feel like it. It was just like, oh my God, am I going to not be doing this? I've been working for a year, a couple of years, and I've been thinking about these things that I'm doing for many years. Even when I was truck driving, I thought, wow, I would love to be able to farm with these small tractors, and I've seen all this hay equipment, and here it is right around the corner, and I'm going to fail. I thought, oh man. But with the help of friends, you get by with a little help from your friends, right? Yeah, and you do, and you really start thinking about, wow, man, I'm this close. Let's fight. So I'm going to fight. I'm doing the best I can with Mary. She wants this farm to happen just as much as I do. And so does Mark. So I have to fight. But all these things are coming, and I've been doing things right along. It's not like I was just sitting around doing nothing all this time, even though I thought maybe I have to give it up. I've been working every day, and just right now, it's a kind of like this time where, the next, let's see, it's March, what is it? It's the 18th of March, so in about a week and a half, we're leaving for the Carolinas now, and we're going to be picking up the potato harvester and planter, and we're going to be going up soon, sometime in May, north towards Canada. I think he said Pulaski. I think it's Pulaski, New York. And we bought a potato washer, and that's coming. And and then, but before we get that, we're going to be going over here to Tully, New York, and buying all the hay equipment. Getting the tractor done. So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening. A lot of things. And so I got to fight. I hope I didn't lose any subscribers. I didn't gain any either, though. So whatever. I'm just doing this for me again. And some of the people who watch me. This is nothing about, I'm not filming me doing stuff, and that's what everybody wants to see is, oh, the tractors. I get that, but this, when I started life, Little Stuff Farms, Life in the Finger Lakes, it had something to do with my tractor, but it's not. It's about what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing. I'm telling you my feelings. I'm telling you, opening up and telling you, hey, man, I was pretty close to saying I'm giving up, so yeah, I'm going to be filming some things with the tractors and the hay and everything. It'll be kind of fun. More fun for me because I get to operate these I love farming and the tractors and baling hay and everything and going out to get the hay and you name it. I get to do it. I'm not sitting there watching somebody do it. And but right now, what I'm saying is, my videos are about me and not about my tractor. I get it. Sometimes I get no views, but that's the way it goes. I'm telling you right now, this video is just telling you I'm going to stick with it, and we'll be eating peanut butter and jelly for a while. Put it that way. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys. See ya.